Just a few years ago, Marvel and DC ruled the box office. Billion-dollar blockbusters were the norm and audiences couldn't get enough of superheroes. But now, things aren't looking so super. Recent films like The Marvels, The Flash, and Aquaman 2 all flopped. Audiences seem more tired than excited about capes and spandex. So, what changed? With superhero fatigue setting in, both studios are under massive pressure to turn things around. And 2025? It could be their make-or-break year. Marvel is betting big on Fantastic Four, while DC is launching a new era with Superman, Legacy, and The Batman Part 2. Can these films save the superhero genre, or are we witnessing its downfall? Let's break down what's coming, why audiences are losing interest, and the strategies Marvel and DC are using to fight back. Marvel vs. DC, the 2025 box office showdown. For the first time in years, Marvel and DC are going head-to-head at the box office, and with just 2 weeks between their biggest releases. First up, Superman, Legacy, releasing July 11th, 2025. This isn't just another Superman reboot, this is the first chapter of James Gunn's brand new DC universe. And if this movie flops, Gunn's entire DCEU could be in trouble before it even begins. David Corenswet steps into the role of Clark Kent, replacing Henry Cavill, and he's joined by a solid cast. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern, Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Unlike the darker, grittier versions of Superman we've seen before, Gunn promises a more hopeful, inspiring take on the character. But will audiences embrace it? Then, just 2 weeks later, on July 25th, 2025, Marvel is finally bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU. Fans have been waiting years for Marvel's first family to get a proper big-screen debut, and expectations are sky-high. The confirmed cast includes Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, Eben Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm, the Thing. Directed by Matt Shakman, WandaVision, Fantastic Four is expected to play a huge role in the MCU's future, likely tying into Avengers: Secret Wars in 2027. If Marvel gets this right, it could revive fan interest. But if they mess it up, it could be another misstep for the struggling franchise. And later that year, on October 2nd, 2025, Robert Pattinson returns in The Batman Part 2. But unlike Superman, Legacy, this one isn't connected to James Gunn's new DC universe. Instead, it's part of Matt Reeves' own Batman saga. The first film was a massive hit, making $770 million worldwide. Fans are hyped to see where this darker, detective-style Batman goes next. But with delays and uncertainty, even Pattinson joked he'll be old Batman by the time they actually start filming. So, with these 3 major films, 2025 is shaping up to be a critical year for superhero movies. But the question remains, will it be enough to turn the genre around? Is superhero fatigue real? It's no secret, audiences just aren't showing up for superhero movies like they used to. After years of billion-dollar blockbusters, the hype is fading fast, and the numbers don't lie. The Marvels, 2023, became the lowest-grossing MCU movie ever, just $206 million worldwide. The Flash, 2023, was a disaster, making $271 million against a budget of over $200 million. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, 2023, opened at just $40 million, way below the first film's $67.8 million debut. So, what's killing superhero movies? A few key reasons. Oversaturation. There are just too many superhero movies and TV shows. Audiences feel overwhelmed. Weak storytelling. Many fans feel recent films rely too much on CGI and spectacle, while lacking strong scripts and character depth. No clear direction. The Infinity Saga, 2008 to 2019, built toward Avengers: Endgame. But now, the MCU and DCU both feel uncertain about where they're heading. Can Superman, Legacy, Fantastic Four, and The Batman Part 2 reverse this trend? If they fail, it's not just a financial loss. It could be a sign that the superhero era might be fading for good. What's next for the MCU after Avengers: Secret Wars? Since Avengers: Endgame, the MCU has been all over the place. Phases 4 and 5 have been filled with mixed results, and fans are wondering, Where is all this going? Avengers: Secret Wars 2027 is expected to be the next massive event film, rumored to bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Possibly Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, still unconfirmed, and other returning Marvel icons. But before that, Marvel needs to fix some big issues. Fantastic Four 2025 is a make-or-break moment. If Marvel nails it, it could reset the franchise in a big way. Marvel also needs to revive interest in Kang the Conqueror. After Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania flopped, fans are skeptical about Kang as a major villain. Can Marvel win back its audience before 2027? If not, the golden age of the MCU could officially be over. The future of DC under James Gunn. For years, the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe, was a mess. Inconsistent storytelling, box office flops, no clear direction. But now, James Gunn and Peter Safran are starting from scratch with a total reboot, the DCU-DC Universe. And it all begins with Superman: Legacy. Unlike past versions, Gunn's Superman will focus on Clark Kent struggling to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his human life. If Superman: Legacy succeeds, it will kick off The Brave and the Bold, introducing Batman and Damian Wayne. Supergirl: Woman of Tomorrow. Swamp Thing. But here's the catch. Everything depends on Superman: Legacy. If audiences don't embrace the new DCU, Gunn's entire reboot could crumble before it even gets off the ground. Final thoughts. Can 2025 save superhero movies? Superhero movies are at a crossroads. If Superman, Legacy, and Fantastic Four deliver, Marvel and DC could win back their audiences. But if they fail, it might be the beginning of the end for the superhero movie era. So what do you think? Will Marvel and DC turn things around in 2025, or is superhero fatigue here to stay? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on all things Marvel and DC.